Do this shit until they murder me.
Hello everyone. Decided to do something a little different and to cater to, I guess, a couple dozen questions of how I monitor the gauges or how I display the gauges in my car. And now I've been using RealDash forever, ever since it came out. I know a lot of people use the Hondata application. It works well and there's nothing wrong with it. I just choose to go with RealDash. It does cost money. It is a free application, but you know, in order to get the custom gauges and the dashes and all that stuff, it does cost money. So let me show you what that looks like here. So if you want to buy them, you know, like there's some here that these here I've already bought, the ones I don't have priced. But as you can see, it's like $7, $2, $4.50, and there's here one here for a classic S2000 Bavaria Benz Don't Hammer. I think that might be a Benz display. Classic, you know, these classic gauges here. Classy display. Data Engineer's Dream. This is something that I use. This is my favorite gauge. F40, just like a fighter pilot. GTV6, I think that's after a Mustang, I think. Hot Tub, this is one of my favorites, although I haven't bought it yet. Houdini. MK5, which I think this is after the Supra. And yeah, it just goes on and on. No Bullcrap Race Dash, which as you can see, it is just straight to the point. There's other ones, of course. You can just kind of scroll down here and show you guys a Screamer, Speedrunner. All this stuff costs money, but of course, if you do get some free ones, and you get these kind of basic ones here with these gauges, but you get ones like this where it's a multi-view. Takes a little bit longer than I expected, but yeah, so this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's got all your gauges. Like for me, it has, you know, the boost. I kind of modified this one a little bit. You can click on different tabs here to show you different cards. So as you can see, this is a graph. This is your location. So if you're if you wanted to see where your location was, and you know, concurrently with your speed and fuel consumption, you can show that. And here you can just show any music that you want to play. So let me go back to, if it wants to comply. There we go. Let me show you guys my favorite. Unlocked and reset. All right, let me show you guys mine. This is the Data Engineer's Theme, looks like this, but let me show you the one that I use. I highly modified this from how it looks from the factory because I wanted a black background. And I wanted no nonsense, and I wanted the gauges to be very, very big and clear, and I don't want to have to, you know, squint, and you know, it's right in front of me, and I don't have poor eyesight, but you never know. I don't want to be taking a corner and look over and I accidentally mistake the, you know, the injector duty cycle for the, you know, fuel or blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So here I have all the gauges that I deem necessary. You can click on here on the graphs, and you can see all your graphs as they've been going by. Other, of course, here you just see your location on the map. Control any music, data logging, read your error codes, clear your error codes, and you can just edit any aspect of this. You can edit. So as you can see here, you can do your texts, you can do your actual input values. Select one. Instead of showing coolant, you can show anything you want. Device inputs, you can show your GPS altitude. Hell, you can even see, I think you even have a thing for your heart rate. Yep, there it is, heart rate. You can do anything on this that you could ever dream of. You can even change the look and feel, as I did, change the color of the gauges, color of the text, the type of text. Anything in here you can edit. So let me show you guys what it looks like on the dyno. It's just a cool little feature. I rarely use this, and it's just starting to, and it's I wouldn't say it's inaccurate or accurate. It's just a lot of fun to play with. But again, don't use that on the public streets, guys. Log viewer, if you actually have if you have data logging enabled, you can just look at your logs. And garage, this is where you go to set up your car, your engine, your all that stuff. So I made mine. As you can see, my car is called the Special K. So if you click on the hood, it'll show you what kind of motor you're running. So mine's an inline 4, of course, a K series, and you can get all this stuff here and this kind of, you know, to your liking. Let me go back in there. I forgot that you don't click out of that. Okay. Get back in there, and you click on the wheels, And you, of course, mine are 275s in the rear. For some reason, this doesn't do individual. So if you do like mine are 275 4017s in the rear, it does it for all four. But if you click on the wing or in the trunk, it'll show you gas. Mine uses gas, and I only have an 8-gallon cell in mine, which sucks. But you know, it is what it is. So if you click on the door, you click on the dash, and this is where you set up your connection. So mine is a Honda, of course, and it's set up for Bluetooth. But if you wanted to add another, you can do any CAN or LIN adapters, Altronic dash box, DTA Fast S Series ECU Master, which I used before, works great. Honda, Hybrid EMS, KMS, Link, Max, ME2, Mega Squirt, Nissan OBD2, RealDash. I mean, they keep adding stuff. Wow, they've added a lot more actually, even a racing simulator. So even if let's say we're adding an ECU Master, you can do Bluetooth, serial port, or a Wi-Fi. And you know, depending on whatever your setup is, go ahead and select it. Here you can click on the transmission shifter and you can select your gears. So once you're done with that and you're setting it up, you can actually set up the car's name and all that. And then as soon as you're done, your gauges will read more accurately. If you click on settings, you can see your data source. So your connection is, of course, the connection that we set up earlier. If you want to do a simulation or a log playback, you can do that as well. So you can see the log play out on the dash in real time as you recorded it. Your units and values, of course, mine are mile per hour, ECU speed, or you can use GPS speed or however you'd like. Miles, of course, and units and values. And of course, I do it miles per gallon, and so on and so forth. And you can set this input mapping for all of your displays. You're really not limited here, guys. This is pretty awesome. Your trip diary, of course, to see how much your fuel price, how much it costs. Data multicast, I don't really do that. Live data streaming, I don't do that either. The application here is where you set up your whatever the options for the application. Like if you wanted to skip the intro, and so on and so forth. Of course, your user statistics and all this other stuff here. So let's just click that out. So this is, you can even zoom in, as you can see. You don't have to pinch to zoom or anything like that. But I mean, I never use that because it's always in the car. So this is a really handy tool, guys. This works with, and they have this for Android, Apple devices, and Windows devices. Let me show you guys what it looks like on a Windows device. So this is my Windows tablet. As you can see, this is running the factory or the stock, I guess you could say. Let's let that focus. Factory window data engineering stream that I love so much, and it's still trying to connect to my car. But it is very, very smooth. You can click on gauges, all this stuff. It works it works the same way. I don't think I have the garage set up, but yeah. So I haven't set this up yet. As you can see, it's tap the wheels, tap other stuff to set up. I haven't set it up yet. Mainly because I only use this, I leave this in the car in case I need to tune something on the fly. So I have a little micro USB adapter that connects to the ECU in case I need to make a small adjustment. But it works on both, and this is, it runs really, really smooth on both. I never see any lag. Then again, both of my tablets are octa-core, and I highly, highly suggest you guys get an octa-core at the very least. A tablet with an octa-core processor at the very least. Mine is only purposefully for this. I do not use it for anything else. This stays in the car, and I charge it in the car, or I charge it out of the car and I put it right back in the car. This doesn't do anything else. This doesn't have email. This doesn't have anything. So yeah, hopefully that can give you guys a better idea of what I use. Now on my car, I have this wedged in the gauge. So on top of the clamshell of the steering column, mine is wedged in there under the dash. I don't have this mounted because I remove this so much. I remove this almost on a date. Like if I'm driving the car, I take it out of the car and I just kind of, you know, if I want to update it or whatnot, or, you know, whatever. I just don't want it mounted securely in the car. It doesn't move. I'll put a picture up here of what it looks like. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight on this application. I love it. I really do. And like I said, it's free, and yeah, I think you guys should give it a shot. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the Honda application. I use it every once in a while to show some other parameters, just because I like variety. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I just like using RealDash. There's a lot of cool dashboards out there that you can use. Pit stop, lightweight. Let me see what other ones here. Here's a no bullcrap race. Yeah, if you want to track lap times and all that. So I just want to close out this video, guys, saying thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate everybody who comes and checks it out. And if this information was helpful to you, please leave a like or subscribe. Anything you want to see on the channel, please let me know. I can cover it at any time if it's within my power. And also wanted to give a shout out to some of the channels out there that I follow: 802 Garage, Monkey Wrenching, DIY Mike, Locomotives. Those guys are awesome. Everybody's doing some great content. Give them a like, give them a follow, please. I really, really appreciate you guys. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, take care. See you on the next one.